We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies. Little Einstein, but a little. Anyway, welcome back to Apex to Oval. I'm Alex. That's Jack, and today we got some F1, some NASCAR, some IndyCar. Big news on IndyCar wise. We're filming this on Thursday, July 9th, 2026. Tomorrow is the opening race for Lime Rock Park for the NASCAR weekend. And then Saturday, the rest of it is happening. We'll talk about that a little later, though. But first, in the Formula One, Pato Award asked Zach Brown to be fired from McLaren F1 duties, basically citing he doesn't feel the same passion he did before and wants time off in the offseason. Fair? Not fair? Good? Bad? Or are we going to miss him?
I honestly don't know what it possibly affects. Like, I don't know who's really like locked in to reserve driver stuff. But I thought it was interesting that, amid all the like Verstappen rumors and whatever else, he's just like, I'm out. See ya.
Yeah, that's quite good. I am going to miss him in the Mexico Grand Prix free practice because I know he's done that a couple of times because it's his home Grand Prix. Um, but I think it's fair. You know, you're racing a full season. You do all your duties in IndyCar for McLaren, and then you have to do F1 on top of that. It just, although IndyCar has a lot less races than most of the major motorsports, um, it still is it's a lot for anyone um, to take on not just their IndyCar role at one of the top teams, but also F1 duties as well. So fair enough. Sad to see him no longer be a part of it, but
Yeah.
it's what he
And I
wants,
mean,
so can't be mad.
good sign for IndyCar, I guess, in that he basically was like, I don't care about F1 at all anymore. I'm
Yeah,
happy in IndyCar. I have no desire to leave. So
yeah.
I guess that's a
Maybe he
plus
decided
for
to leave
IndyCars.
McLaren.
Yeah, seems like that might be happening after 2027.
Yeah, he's been he's been not vocal per se, but he there's been a rumors that he does not want to race for McLaren because they can't give him a car to win a certain race.
Could be true. Could be true.
Could be true. He wants to win the Indy 500.
I,
Can't.
I would argue so do most people.
Yes, but I would also say that others would kill to be at McLaren because they are a top three team most years in recent memory, and they will always give you a shot at the title. Pillow is just that good that like realistically no one has a shot at the title unless he like falters. But if Pillow wasn't in IndyCar, McLaren will always give you a shot at the title. So, and then Gunther, we love Gunther. I have a photo on my phone in my photo app from like a couple years ago when he was on the NASCAR broadcast that one time. He told McLaren to grow up and to build their own engine and quit whining about Mercedes' engine. And then also cites that they also had issues with their other engine suppliers and that they're big enough to make their own engines. Do we have any thoughts about that? Because I have some thoughts, but
Go for it.
uh,
What you got?
I agree. I think if you're going to complain about Mercedes, go and make your own engine. It's realistically, you are McLaren. It's not like your Haas or your Williams. Like you're not this secondary team that like doesn't have the resources or the money to build their own engine. You are McLaren. You make crap tons of money a year, not just through your motorsports industry, but your the car industry as well, because
Uh,
you're a major car manufacturer.
Do they actually sell many cars?
I feel like they do. I feel like I see a like, good amount of. I mean, their cars cost a lot, so maybe they don't like
Yeah, I
their
mean, how
profit
margins?
margins. Their profit margins are probably amazing, but they sell expensive cars, so they can't be losing that. They're not like Porsche, where they like said like mid to high expensive cars, because and then they just made a bad move. Like McLaren has been, I feel like steady for a while, and also they just, I feel like I see a couple of McLarens on the road, you know, every year. I assume they sell their cars, but it's not like Porsche where they bled money when they switched to full on electric. They haven't done that yet.
Looks like
So,
in 2025 they sold a little bit over 1,000 cars, which was very similar to what Jaguar sold and was up a little over 3% from 2024.
how much did they make though? That's the
I
question.
don't know. I mean, revenue then gets complicated by like everything else, but I'm pretty sure they made nearly $1 billion in revenue, like overall, as in like McLaren Group, um, which is combined like all motorsports teams and car selling and golf equipment. Um, but I'm pretty sure they technically operated at a loss.
Gotcha. Yeah, McLaren Racing reached an estimated $614 million in revenue. Um, but
'Cause, yeah,
to
operating
be fair,
income,
when you're
net
making,
income are both
yeah,
negative, but that's also like there's accounting stuff going
just
on.
yeah, yeah, probably tax evading tax wise, yeah, probably. But I mean, they make a good amount of money from their motorsports end of it, definitely. If you're willing to invest a crap ton of money into WEC, which you haven't been a part of in many a year, if at all, you have money to spare. Um, but they definitely have enough to make their own engine. I mean, they could literally just like their engines. They could make an engine for Formula One and sell it in a car. Like it's not like they you know they have
Yeah.
the money for it, and especially in Formula One, they definitely make more than what they spend because now there's a cost cap.
And I would argue that a team that basically has the history of Ferrari in Formula One, that has the car manufacturing arm to back it up. Obviously, they are not and will never be Ferrari, the automaker. Um, but it's not like Ferrari is selling Mercedes numbers of cars or doing like Mercedes numbers revenue and development on the automotive side. But they find a way and always have found a way. Like at some point, if McLaren wants to celebrate like they're on Ferrari's level, which the history shows that they are close and are certainly the closest competitor, then at some point they might want to think about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they've ever been their own engine manufacturer. No, they have never
Yeah.
ever
I mean, even Red Bull
been
figured
their
it
own
out.
engine manufacturer. Yeah, well, Red Bull is yes, but also Ford. It's not like they're
But
making their own engine from scratch, but
that's not disqualifying. McLaren could partner with someone if they wanted to.
true,
Um,
true.
like it was Red Bull Powertrain partnered with Honda, and then it's Red Bull Powertrain partnered with Ford, with Red Bull taking an increasingly large role. But it is still Red Bull making a powertrain that is entirely their own as far as Formula One goes. You know,
Fair.
like having
That's
their
fair.
own unique to them engine program, being the primary team instead of a customer team. Because as a customer team, you will always be a customer team. Like it is in the
Hmm.
rules to be treated as equitably as possible, but also there are going to be times like at Silverstone where they get kind of like a old spec engine, or they're dealing with some software issue that they feel like they don't have all of the information, all of the tricks that Mercedes does. That's life as a
Hmm.
customer. Like that's just how that's going to go 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to see their. It's kind of hard trying to see their Formula One team because I'm trying to see because they. I'm trying to figure out what engines they've had in Formula One. I know they've had Porsche. I know they have Honda and Mercedes.
And Renault, right?
Yes, maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to see
Um,
what other engines they've had because they've been around for many a year. I mean, not since F1 started, obviously, like Ferrari has, but I mean, they've been in F1 since 1966.
yeah, I mean
1,000 races entered, and they have never made their own. Okay, here we go. Ford, Serenissima, BRM, Alfa Romeo, Tag, which is Porsche. Um, we'll attack Porsche. Honda, Peugeot, Mercedes, and Renault. That's the fact that they are McLaren and they've never made their own engine is insane.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I do agree with Gunther. I'm not gonna lie. I think if you're gonna complain about an engine, go make your own.
Yeah. It's it's one thing if this was, well, I guess Williams is also a historic team, but it's one thing if you're resource strapped and you're fighting in the midfield. But if you fancy yourself a true competitor, and if you have the history and the resources and the power behind you, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
Williams
they.
has.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say. So Williams joined F1 11 years after McLaren did.
Yeah, they still are a very
So.
historically
Oh no
successful
no no! Don't
team.
get me. No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm
Yeah,
not saying they're not historic. I'm just saying they joined F1 11 years after McLaren, but they've always really had a other engine. They have never made their own. Um,
they
and
also
they've been
don't
pretty damn
sell
successful.
cars to customers, and they've,
No.
for the last decade, have been pretty cash strapped. If they were like an F1 powerhouse, even with Williams not having their own business selling cars, like if they were a powerhouse still, I would tell them to make an engine too. At this point,
Yeah. Wait. Hold the. Wait.
waiting, holding up.
Oh wait. Wait. Hold on. Technically, if we're including Frank Williams' previous endeavor in Formula One,
Yeah,
they were in F1 from 1969. So technically, but that team collapsed, and then Williams, then it was Wolf Williams Racing, and then Williams. So
yeah. I They're a
technically,
very historic team.
they're that yeah. I just thought it was the 70s is when they started. No, it was 1969 was their first Grand Prix. Um, and they entered 105 races from 1969 to 1976, then fell out, and then came back in 1977 as a team, and then 1978 as a constructor.
All right.
So, yeah, they've been in F1 for many years. I didn't really Frank Williams. Damn. Okay,
Speaking of all these
interesting.
British teams,
Yes, British
the British
teams,
Grand Prix.
the British Grand Prix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My notes: Charles won. Kimi had issues, forced him to DNF, or not DNF, but like he wasn't in contention for anything. Uh, but George came back from tire issues and finished P2. Max DNF. Lewis gets fudged by the FIA again, kinda, which I'll bring up in a little bit. Finished P3. Bush Little Masterclass got a P8 in that garbage car, and Alpine and RB double points, while Oscar Piastri gets shunted by Lawson and ends up P11. I want to go back to that Lewis gets effed by the FIA again because I want to bring up something that's been brought up a lot on social media since the ending of this race, and that is Abu Dhabi 2021. I'm just saying, what the hell? Do you know why I'm bringing up Abu Dhabi 2021, Jack?
I mean, sure, it was a.
The same thing happened.
No, it's not the
And they
same
ended
thing.
it on. It basically was. Crash towards the end. Lapped cars go by, but this time, because the lap cars didn't reach the back of the train, they went one more lap and the race ended under safety car. Unlike Abu Dhabi, where the lap cars still went by, didn't reach the end of the train, and they
Oh,
went and
that's what
went
you meant by
anyway.
same thing. I thought you meant Lewis got screwed in the same way. I was like, no, it's
No,
completely
no, no.
different. Ferrari kind of screwed
No,
Lewis.
no, no. Ferrari screwed
Um,
Lewis, but also, yeah. But it's
yeah,
it's it's the
Ferrari.
same thing of like lap cars went by, but instead of 2021 when they went green flag anyway, they ended under safety car, which is what they should have done in Abu Dhabi in 2021.
Yeah, I mean,
But
in Abu Dhabi, the problem was not even that the left cars didn't have time to catch the train in the back. It was that they only released the ones that were in between the leaders
yeah, that
and
too. But
like didn't even let everyone unlap themselves. Like didn't follow any part of the protocol correctly. And we're just like, all
yeah,
right, guess we're racing now. Um, but here, I honestly think that Ferrari. like, yes, there should have been another lap of racing probably. You know, they said that the safety car was coming in for there to be one last lap of racing, and Lewis on fresher tires would most likely get past George in that one lap and reclaim P2. But at the same time, it seemed pretty clear that Ferrari's goal was to still get him ahead of George regardless. And that not happening feels like Ferrari goofed it enough
Yeah.
that I feel like they deserve some blame here too.
Oh, I'm not taking away the blame from Ferrari. I'm just saying it was eerily close to Abu Dhabi 2021 in the fact that it was complete opposite. It's same thing but opposite. Um, but yeah, Ferrari did screw him up. I don't think Ferrari should have pitted Lewis at the end. I just don't think they should have pitted him. I think he would have been fine had it gone to one lap and he didn't pit. But then again, everyone behind George was also pitting, so that could
Yeah,
have been an
and I
issue.
think that the Ferrari has notoriously eaten up tires. I think
Yes.
that even on a fight between him and George on older tires, it might not be a fight that Lewis feels very comfortable
Yeah.
in. Um,
Granted, he
his
was
magic
feeling
on that track aside.
yeah. He was feeling comfortable though when they made him come in the first time, but he didn't realize he had a 5 second penalty. They just didn't tell him. What like what? They didn't tell him. I'm pretty sure like they just didn't tell him he had a 5 second penalty. Which
Um,
like why?
but going back to Kimi having issues and Charles Leclerc getting the win,
Yeah.
strategy worked out such that Kimi was, uh, I think it's fair to say, basically guaranteed to reclaim the lead with probably what
Yes.
8 laps left.
Yeah.
Um, like he was chasing down Charles on fresher tires like nobody's business. Um,
Mm-hmm.
eating out of the lead, and then his steering broke. He got a piece of the like wheel shield stuck in. It was like in the suspension or in the steering rack, stuck
Yeah.
somewhere in the kind of bars by the tire, and Mercedes pitted him twice. The first time they couldn't figure out what was wrong, sent him back out there. The second time they removed the carbon fiber piece that was stuck in the steering rack, but the damage was done. Kimi did his best to keep it on track, and then helped by the safety car too. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
was crossed the line in P8. Was still trying to salvage points with the idea that every point matters. But the FIA penalized him for going off track too frequently, which I would like to know your thoughts on that, Alex.
Did he? I don't think he made it past Bortoletto. I think he was in P10 when the safety car came out. No, or was he
Oh, he was
not?
P9. P9. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bortoletto was clear P8. I don't
Sorry.
think he made it
Not
past him
Bortoletto.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. P9.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah. I think it's rough. My camera's doing it again. Hold up. I think it was pretty rough what happened. Um, if you can still hear me, but
I can hear you fine.
I feel bad for Kimmy just because he was doing so well in this race, and it did not bode well for him.
Well, what are your thoughts on the penalty specifically?
Damn. I think like realistically, it's in my eyes, it's similar to what Charles did
How?
in
Wait, how?
well because he was driving in unsafe conditions. That
So to
car
be
might
clear,
not.
when
That
Charles
car.
was
I don't.
penalized, he
Yeah.
was like blatantly cutting corners just to bring it home, like cutting
Yes.
off basically half of the lap to gain speed. Kimmy was
Yeah.
running wide and losing time because he was
Yeah.
fighting the steering column.
I mean,
But he still kept it on track most of the like it wasn't nearly as blatant. I think he had 7 total times off track like throughout the course of the race, where I think Stroll had like 21.
yeah.
Um
So the
and
whole
he
reason why I
never
think
gained time from it.
yeah, the whole reason why I say it's like Charles is because both times I feel like the cars shouldn't have stayed on track and should have been pitted for DNF. Um, I get Kimmy's fighting for a championship, so that's not like actually an option for him. Comparative to what Charles was not fighting for the championship at the time, but I still believe that it probably wasn't the best idea to to keep him on track because of the steering issue. Like if it had gone worse than it was already at, there could be a serious issue with how that was
I
handled by Mercedes. But
I don't know. I disagree because he wasn't like I would understand if he was shedding parts or if he like had a tire that was going to blow or if it was driving in such a way that there was any risk of it breaking further. But there wasn't, right? They removed the one piece of carbon fiber that was like in the steering rack. There was no danger to shedding other parts. There was nothing that was close to failing or anything like that. And if the argument then is that it's in an unsafe condition just because the steering is a little more difficult, then why are we letting Aston Martin on track ever? Because everything is difficult for them. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like with the Aston Martin though, they're just naturally freaking slow. Like
Well, yeah, but like the cars vibrate enough to hurt the drivers. They're shedding
yeah,
parts from time to time. They and Cadillac both have lost parts during races, just onto the
yeah.
track.
At that point, I do feel like you should be like, if it happens, you should be DQ'd, but or
Their
black
punishment
flagged or
is
something like just not race. But I
their
don't think that'll
punishment is
ever
having to
happen.
drive those cars.
Yeah, like how did that happen?
Alrighty. Um, Alex had George. I had Lewis. Both of us were picking Englishmen at the British Grand Prix, and both of us were wrong. Of course, it was the Monegasque driver for the Italian team that ended up taking home the win. Um, Charles Leclerc, very happy for him to finally get another win. I say finally. I guess it really wasn't that long, but it was a
It
long
was
time.
it
And
was it was almost 2 years.
yeah. Um, because well, I say it wasn't that long because Ferrari last year wasn't
Competitive
great.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like it feels like it's not that far into this season where I don't know. I'm not too it's not like Charles specifically had some huge drought. It's just that Ferrari wasn't top of the pack. But it's still happy to see him winning again.
Yeah. And for the the second time in 3 races that Kimmy has dropped major points.
Yeah.
Fighting for had second at Spain when Lewis was gonna win and fell into a DNF, and now had the win in his grasps in Silverstone, and not doesn't finish in the points.
And the second time in 3 races that Ferrari is leading, it's set up for, at worst a battle, if not Mercedes, chasing them down. And Mercedes has issues. I'm starting to suspect that our German friend from Cars 2 pulled out the camera to set
Yeah,
off the all in all. I
yeah,
forget what his name was. You know the little German like professor car guy?
yeah. I know who you're talking about. Hold on, Cars 2. Who is the German professor car? Let's see. It's not Francesco.
No, Francesco
It's not. It's
Bernoulli.
not Axelrod. It's not
Different though.
Holly. Who is this little
Axelrod
guy's
was the Land Rover.
name? Was it the Torque Redline? No, no, it's not Rod. Professor Zunnapt?
Yes.
Yeah, Zundap. That's his name, Professor
Yes.
Zundap.
Zoomed up.
Zundap.
Yes, with the monocle.
Yeah. What a car, by
I
the
think
way.
I think he
What
was
an
there.
evil car.
I think he was there sabotaging Mercedes.
The
Um,
Lemons are the international crime families that all appear together in Cars 2.
well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that they're all lemons, like they're all bad cars, and they're
Don't
taking
ever.
revenge
They've
on the good new
disrespected the
cars.
Lemons 24 hours.
Uh,
It's
the
awful.
24 Hours of Lemons
Yeah, the
is
24 hours of
named as
Lemons.
such to disrespect the cars in it. That's like the whole point.
Listen,
The whole point is that
listen.
they're cheap little clunkers.
That got to be racist. Or Carsist. is what the correct term is.
You know what? Fine, I am Carsist.
Yeah, what cars do you not like, Jack?
Land Rovers.
Fair. Uh, in NASCAR news, Thomas Annunziata and Nitro Motorsports plan tribute to Kyle Busch for this weekend at Arkham Menards. Lime Rock Park event has been called off. It would have been a scheme that would have matched Kyle Busch's 2019 Cup Series championship winning race car, sporting the branding of M&M's, which was a longtime partner of Busch and Gibbs. Um, and they just ran out of time with the approval process. Um,
Yeah, that's your guys, Nitro Motorsports.
it is
Gotta
my
get
guys.
that
Now,
young.
I'll be seeing their photographer and videographer this weekend. I'm very excited. I need him to
Um,
show me that one spot that he got when he got the cars with the two wheels off the track. No, generally the cars. So here's like a normal track, car
yeah,
on the track, right? At the uphill at Lime Rock, it's like this,
yeah.
like the wheels come off, and I want to get that shot so bad. The thing is, I can't shoot slow mo, so I'm gonna have to shoot it regular and then slow mo it down.
Um, the car, by the way, the
Yeah,
design looked really good. It was basically an
it did.
exact copy of the Kyle Busch M&M's 18, except with nitro instead of M&M's on it.
Yeah,
At least in parts. Um,
yeah,
and very, very nice design. And who knows, maybe they'll be able to bring it back at some point.
yeah.
It's just
And
a
then
shame
Giada,
that
one
they
of the
couldn't get it done in time.
Yeah, and then Giada, one of the drivers I want to interview this weekend. I've already interviewed his teammate Jake Bowman before at the Trans Am race in May. Hoping to interview him, and then also Isabella Robusto, who's also, I believe, a Nitro Motorsports driver. So actually, the driver that I have. So fun fact, I'm covering the race at Lime Rock Park. This is some of the notes I have so far. I have so I'm doing photography, videography, and interviews with drivers through the campus newspaper that I belong to at UConn. And I have all these little questions that I have. I got 5 questions per, and then, you know, yada, yada, yada. I got, so far, I got the ones that I want to do when I get there immediately, which is Butterbean Queen, obviously. Uh, Louis Foster, obviously. Parker Kligerman, Connecticut native. Love the guy, obviously. And Frankie Muniz. I also have Isabella Robusto's ready to be questioned. I need a couple of questions for her. And then Thomas Annunziata is going to be the next one. I have a whole list. Is this the list? No, we're not looking at that. I have a whole list. Is this the list? No. I don't know where this list is. I'm not going to lie. I've lost the list. But I have a list of all the drivers I want to interview this weekend. So it's a long list, so not all of it's going to be completed, but maybe it does. But yeah, I've been approved for a photo vest and all that. I'm very excited. My first major event.
Oh,
Yay! And I'll be posting pictures on my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube, and post the driver content as well. It'll be interesting to see how the driver content works because I don't have like somebody to film me, so it'll be interesting to see how I do that. Maybe I just film them and ask the questions. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I get there. Because maybe one of the other photographers that I know will be like, "Hey, can I borrow you for like an hour before night, like, you know, your cars are on the track? See if they'll let me, if they'll spot me a record." Anyway, recap for Chicagoland, the home of Michael Jordan. Uh, Briscoe won.
yes, sir.
And JGR had a 1-2-3-8.
Yes, sir.
Now I just want to point out something real quick, because we're also going to go over quickly our predictions. Since we're over the halfway mark in the NASCAR series, we're going to go over our predictions for everything so far in the NASCAR series. But um, this is just one that I noticed. Why is Bell so far down in the standings?
Um,
What happened? He is 10th.
not good enough.
That's insane to me.
I think that the win bonus doesn't help a ton. Like not getting a win, I mean, doesn't help him much.
But
But
Buscher and Larson are both ahead of him, and they have no
I,
wins. And Buscher only has two top fives.
I honestly think that part of it is like Bell. I don't know what a third of the races he's finished top five, but
Yeah.
he's also DNF'd a handful of times. He's had some real stinkers. Um,
Uh,
versus like guys that maybe a guy like Busher doesn't have a win, but has been more consistent mid pack and only has like the one DNF. Um,
fair, fair. That's fair.
Bell is what some of the most DNFs except for Connor Silage.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
we're gonna talk about that though. We're gonna talk about this. So let's
Torture
move on.
City.
Torture City, baby, let's go. Hamlin passes lead. Came fourth. Is now 44 points clear of Reddick.
Third,
Dude,
right?
if you oh no, you're right. Third. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He did come third. I'm an idiot. He did come third.
Respect. Respect
Respect,
Denny.
respect Danny Ham. Listen, I have him as my championship winner. It's gonna happen this year, guys. Please.
Gonna happen.
Heim versus Herbst has been fun, mind you. Can I like genuinely? I said this last week. Where has this been, Riley Herbst? Where has this been, man? Like you're 24th in the points. You were second last year. You had like no top fives and no top tens last year. You're coming out the gate with three top tens in the first 19 races. Mate, what happened? What ever since it got announced that you were getting dropped for Corey Heim, you have been on an absolute tear. How?
I honestly think, and we talked about how there are some guys where it takes a few years for them to like get used to the cup cars.
Yeah.
I think that we're seeing that cycle with him, where like it takes a
Unbelievable, dude.
while and now it's clicking in the same way that it took a while for Ty Gibbs for it to click. Obviously, Herbst didn't have the prospect pedigree, but
Yeah.
it's incredible that it's only happening now that he's been replaced.
Yeah. It's like, dog, like, where's this been? He has been incredible. I mean, uh, granted, Heim has just been simply better, but that's Corey Heim. That's arguably the best prospect, not in the Cup Series. I mean, not even arguably. He is the best prospect, not currently full time in the Cup right now. So, you know, but I mean, he's 24th in the points, and he's a good way off of bottom two. Like bottom two of 163 and 199.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
and I gotta say, like you mentioned that JGR four in the top 10. Um,
Yeah.
I guess four in the top eight. Toyota in general is on one. If it wasn't for Tyler Reddick
They've
getting
been
his
on one.
radiator blown up, and that's Tyler Reddick, second in season points, they might have had eight top 10 cars.
Yeah.
Like,
They're on one. Dude, 2311 had three cars in the top 10,
yeah,
and one of them
all but
wasn't,
Reddick.
and all but Reddick.
And Eric Jones, 15th. Like, even Legacy has been kind of fast lately. Like, what is going on?
I don't know what's happening, man. It's beautiful to watch, though.
Ty Gibbs is
Also,
still fourth in the points. Like,
yeah,
what a
Briscoe getting
season.
70 is crazy, though. That's that. Whoo!
Yeah.
Damn, Briscoe. That's nuts to me. That's that. Those 70 points have brought him up three spots. He was 11th. Now he's 8th. Unbelievable from Briscoe. Zilich is definitely in Torture City.
Yep.
He'll be staying there for the
Full-time
foreseeable
resident.
future. Dude, I keep getting these like Reddit posts of being like of people being like, dude, this might be the worst like luck I've ever seen any driver have. It's just like, yeah, yeah, it's horrendous. It's real bad. Um, it's not fun. Jack called it though, but we'll talk about that in a bit. SVG got revenge on Austin Hill.
Uh, well, they were
Revenge.
back and forth.
Yeah.
I think
And then
NASCAR's no penalties, but they're having a little chat with those two.
no, here's the thing though. I swear Hill like bumped into SVG during yellow flags,
Yeah, under caution, he doored SVG.
which how he didn't get penalized is unbelievable because that's
I
like
don't
one
know,
of the
man.
only things NASCAR truly penalizes for every time. I think Richard Childress has something over NASCAR because there's no way in hell that doesn't get penalized.
I don't know.
I genuinely don't know how that wasn't penalized. And then Reddick only 2 points, P36. Um,
Alex, we talked about Zillich Torture City. Pop quiz. How many laps did Connor Zillich complete?
None. God
Just wanted
dang
to
it,
make
dude.
sure we got that out there explicitly.
Yeah, it's horrifically bad. Um, and then in the O'Reilly, Brandon Jones won.
I mean, good for
Cool.
him.
Good,
He
yeah, good for him. I don't know what else to say about that.
he he had a good like start to the year, and then had a rough few weeks, but this is a guy I think I've picked him for a couple of races. Um,
Yeah, you have.
but this is a guy that's definitely kind of a career O'Reilly series guy. He's got good sponsorship. He is certainly in the pay driver category, but he's in that category in a way where he deserves to be in the series for sure. And
Yeah,
from I don't know. It's not like he's my favorite driver, but I enjoy seeing him succeed.
yeah. Jesse Love did great. Brent Cruz did great.
Yeah.
Connor
Chase
Zilic
Elliott
still
was
in Torture
battling,
City.
made it interesting.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Connor
was
Zilic
put.
still in Torture City and in the O'Reilly series.
Oh my
10th,
god.
10th, 10th. By the way, 10th. This is a man that won 11 races last year, and he's in 10th.
Um. Well,
Sorry.
I I to be fair, he finished 10th, and that was incredibly impressive given the race that he had to endure.
This is true. Again,
Ran out of
still in
fuel,
Torture City.
ran out of fuel under caution, had to be pushed to pit road, and then went from 26th to ninth, and then for like during stage 2. Um and then cut a tire, went to the back again, spun, went to the back again, and then climbed back up to finish 10th after all of that.
I swear to God, dude, he would have blown the competition away if this man had any bit of luck, dude. He might need those bracelets that like do the chakra and stuff. I think he should get one of those just to like
He's got to go to
dispel
like
the
a
evil
crystal
spirits.
store and stuff.
Connor Zilic, you have money. Go hire an Etsy witch to
True.
to to cure you of whatever demon has been cursed.
It worked for Yukon basketball. It will work for Connor Zilic.
It worked for UConn basketball. It worked for Ferrari being good again. Kind
These
of.
Etsy wishes.
Uh,
These Etsy
he
wishes, man.
shoot. I might just hire an Etsy witch for him at this point. Like, there's no way. Like, I might hire one
Well,
for
I think
him.
that's usually how it goes. It's
Yeah,
usually like a fan that does it.
yeah. I might have to do. I might make a video on. I hired an Etsy witch for Connor Zilic, so he's no longer in Torture City.
There's an Etsy
I
witch to
had.
free him from Torture City, and she's just
Yeah, yeah.
gates open.
Uh, I had Denny and Day. They didn't win.
I had Larson and Allgaier. You'll never believe it. Didn't win.
They didn't win. Anyway, we have 3 races this weekend.
Ew.
We got Atlanta, and Lime Rock Park, which I will be there with the
Oh
media vest
yeah.
and yeah. Anyway,
The boy got a media credential.
I did. You want to see it? I'm just kidding. I don't have it right now, but I will get it tomorrow. Anyway,
I
I
will
have
see it
Blaney.
tomorrow. I'm sure.
I have Blaney for Atlanta. I got Hill for Atlanta, and I got Cliggy McCliggerman for Trucks at Lime Rock.
I'm right. Yeah, I mean Hill, especially Hill and O'Reilly, is one of those where I think that if you hadn't picked him, I would have done a little jig as I rushed to write his name in. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I have Chastain in the Cup Series. I don't know why. I just was trying to pick a
Yeah,
drive like
that's an
a random guy.
interesting pick. When I read that, I was like, "Oh, yes, Chastain for the O'Reilly." Oh, wait, no, that's his cup. That's his cup pick. Oh
Well,
no,
it's a super speedway, right? So like, uh, it could be anyone.
Trackhouse,
Could be anyone.
Trackhouse,
Could be anyone.
Trackhouse,
SVG was running up front in a super speedway race earlier this year.
Trackhouse,
Like it could be anyone. And then I have Jesse
Trackhouse.
Love and O'Reilly. And then Caden Honeycutt at Lime Rock. The Lime Rock field isn't it's the same whenever the trucks are on a road course, and we've now had a couple examples of this where like I don't know who to pick. Um, it felt like
Lane Norris
Riggs
probably.
before was a good pick, but Honeycutt's also pretty good um, on these kind of tracks because Honeycutt is just a pretty versatile race car driver, or I guess race
Yeah.
truck driver. So I'm going with him this time. But if Riggs wins, I'm going to be punching a hole through my monitor.
It's gonna be Riggs. I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be Riggs. He ran great last year and only screwed up at the end of the race. I think he got turned or something, and then
Well,
this
didn't
year,
time like lead start to finish?
yeah. But Riggs was up there for a good chunk of the race and then got spun.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought
And
Heim just kind
then
of ran away all day.
no, Heim. Well, he did that with most of the races last year, but yeah. And then he won the previous two road races this year as well. He won Coronado and he won St. Petersburg.
Yeah. Although,
So
was it St. Pete that like kind of didn't feel very deserved? Or was
no,
it both?
that was Coronado. No, it
It was
was Coronado
Coronado.
that didn't
Okay.
feel there because Honeycutt was it Honeycutt or was it Ruggiero? It was one of the two, and they like wrecked half the field behind them when they were leading, and it was really dumb.
I think it might
And
have been both of them.
yeah, like I don't, dog. That
Wasn't
was
that
still
long
such a
ago.
bad ending.
Yeah.
Riggs had no business winning that race, and he still won it.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about IndyCar. Kyle Kirkwood was my driver of the day for IndyCar. He went from 10th to 3rd. Pato won. Lungaard finished second. And let's talk about Lungaard because he's being dropped alongside Nolan Siegal for who, Jack?
Scott Dixon. I was gonna say Scott Sterling because
Yeah, Scott Dixon
that got in my
and
head. My bad. Um.
and
Uh. Uh. Um.
Indy
No, it's
500.
Felix Rosenqvist.
Yeah,
Which that's both of these things we've known for varying amounts of time.
yeah.
Rosenqvist we've known since the Indy 500 basically. And Scott Dixon we knew I
At
don't know a
least
week or two
past
ago.
week, yeah.
And obviously Pato is entrenched, so you know
For
you
now,
can at least read through the tea leaves that Lungaard, despite being incredible, would be on his way out. Um, who knows? Maybe he'll get the Ganassi seat. He'll end up just kind of swapping with Dixon, and Lungaard will make out better than anyone out of this whole shindig.
yeah.
But really, really tough for Christian Lungaard.
Can we talk about Will Buxton? That whole ordeal
What
on
is there
social
to
media,
talk about? It's
dude.
just F1 fans are stupid.
He swoggled the entire, and this is not his fault. He
F1
is
fans are just
IndyCar.
stupid. I don't know what to
I
tell
know,
you.
but it was freaking hilarious, dude, to see how mad they got that Buxton was talking about IndyCar and not Formula One. They're like, "Oh my God, Max is going to McLaren!" Ah! It was like, no,
Yeah.
he's not.
Will
He's not. He
Buxton,
might, but he's not. Will
notably,
Buxton, the goat.
IndyCar broadcaster, covers IndyCar,
Yes,
posted something saying that big driver news was coming. And
yes,
F1 fans, who seemingly
yes,
believe that they are the center of the universe,
yes.
took IndyCar broadcaster and reporter posting that as, yes, this will be how we find out Max Verstappen is changing teams.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
you know
don't
what
think
makes it
so.
even funnier? You know what makes it even funnier? All those F1 like journalists on social media were also hopping on it. Like, big news. This is gonna be the biggest news in sports history. Yada yada yada. They didn't know what the hell was going on. They didn't know. They just were following Buxton. Like, what are we talking about?
By journalists, do you mean like people like Twitter accounts covering it? Because I didn't see any like
Yeah, there was
I don't want to say
not
like
the
quote
main
unquote real journalists, but like
not the main people, but there are people who like have gotten. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say journalists because they're realistically aren't. But like some of the F1 Twitter people that got some news right in certain areas. Sometimes when they get some insider information and some of it is true,
yeah,
those accounts were like biggest news ever, hopping on Buxton like he just isn't a part of F1 anymore. Sure, he hosts an F1 broadcast or podcast. Sure, he hosts like he might be on Drive to Survive sometimes. He's still mainly an IndyCar reporter and broadcaster. He has a podcast with Kevin Harvick on all the motorsports. He's not an F1 guy anymore. He is an everything guy slash main IndyCar guy.
Like, obviously, Bob Pocker still splits his time between the two. But, like,
Yeah,
if Bob posted something like that around the context that there were huge driver changes coming at McLaren that we had already heard a lot of whispers about,
yeah,
I'm not convinced NASCAR fans would be going insane. I think that they quickly realized that Bob was talking about IndyCar.
yeah.
I
No,
feel like
yeah. I
it's
mean,
I feel
I
like it's
think, I
hard to
think,
miss that like
I
context.
think for like first glance, I'd be like, oh shoot, big driver news in NASCAR. And then if I think about it, I'm like, actually, no, that's probably gonna be by IndyCar because
It was, and I think it's telling. Maybe it's just that the F1 community is so insular because there were so many people the entire time, like from the minute it was posted, that was going, "This is IndyCar, this is IndyCar," and yet there were so many F1 people that either never saw that just were in like kind of echo chamber in that they just fully believed, and then it got announced and there was outrage, and I am amazed, amazed.
it was funny though. It
It
was
was,
hilarious
it
though.
was
It
funny.
was funny though. I'm not gonna lie. All those F1 fans that are just only F1 and they shit on every other like major motorsport and they're like, IndyCar, who cares about IndyCar? Well, IndyCar is almost as popular as F1 is in the US, so shut your mouth.
True.
Like genuinely, like IndyCar is a faster growing sport in America than F1. Buxton now lives in the US and is a main IndyCar broadcaster reporter. What made you think that was about F1? I thought it was hilarious though to see all their idiotic selves. Anyway, um, F1 Academy. You want to give us an update?
Um, just the basics.
Yep.
Felbermeyer won the reverse grid race, and Palmovsky won the like feature race.
Mm-hmm.
Those two have kind of established themselves as the main characters in F1 Academy this year.
Mm.
Both very impressive in their own rights. Felbermeyer especially, just like uh, through the balance of the season, wheel to wheel, has felt kind of the most impressive. Because when you're in a spec series like that, especially a very developmental spec series, sometimes wheel to wheel can be a struggle. And she's looked really strong. And then Pomovsky just has pace that's like unmatched in the series. She's had some. I don't want to say head loss because it's not like anger necessarily, but she's made some mistakes here and there. But generally, is having a very very strong season and has the points to show for it, being in first with
Yeah.
108 points. Felbermeyer in second with 78, and then Nina Gademan is in third with 50.
Yeah. Gaiman's pretty good too.
She is. She is.
He's pretty good.
Feel like she's a tier
Um,
below the kind of top two. Like they do seem to have separated themselves, but I also don't want
yeah.
to discredit Nina Gademan or any of the drivers in the series by saying that.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, Pomorsky does have the most points by far. Um, she has 30 more points than Feldmeyer in second, and
Yeah.
58 more points than Gateman in third. And then, the next best after that is 39 points, 36, 30, Um,
Uh,
but not bad. It's looking good. I'm very sad that there's no more racing until August.
that's just life. We only get what like 6 weekends.
Yeah, which I think is way too little. I think we should get more weekends.
Yeah.
Like F2 gets more weekends than that. But yeah, Campos is leading the constructors or team, I guess you'd call it. Rodin second, Primus third, MP is fourth, High Tech is fifth, and Art is sixth.
Yeah.
Decent, decent, decent. All right. Uh, what did I want to go? Oh, yes. We're gonna go over our predictions that we made at the beginning of the year for the NASCAR
Oh, checking
season.
in.
Checking in, we're one race over halfway, so there is basically 17 races left in the season. Jack, tell me how your pick is going for the regular season champion.
Denny Hamlin, after another week of atrocious Tyler Reddick luck, has now kind of firmly taken hold of first place. for basically the first time. So I guess lucky me that we're revisiting this now. But Denny Hamlin also has like double the laps led of Tyler Reddick. He's almost matched him in wins with 4 to Reddick's 5. Denny Hamlin is having yet another really, really great season. Not to mention that he also owns Tyler Reddick's car on top of that. But
Yeah.
it's, Denny Hamlin is killing it.
Yeah. He just gets better as he ages, dude. I swear to God. Like, so many drivers fall off when they get older. Denny Hamlin just keeps getting better, dude. It's unbelievable how good he's gotten over the past like couple of years. And he came so close to a title last year. I believe he's going to win the title this year, but I had Byron. He's currently 12th. He has 499 points. He's a hell of a lot behind Denny Hamlin. No wins. 4 top 5s. 9 top 10s. 3 DNFs and only 136 laps led. He has 3 more laps led than Ty Gibbs, who is in 4th.
I mean,
So,
I think that's just because Gibbs has been incredibly consistent.
unbelievable. Yeah. Most wins, Jack. Who did you have?
I had Denny Hamlin, and he is right now in second, 1 win behind Tyler Reddick. He has 4 to Reddick's 5, but I'm fine with that. I'll take that.
And I had Larson, who is tied for last because he has 0 wins and is 5 behind Reddick's first with 5. Overall champion, though, we have a little different. Who do you have, Jack?
I had Bell.
Yep.
I think because even with the chase format, I didn't want to pick a repeat regular season overall because that feels like it doesn't happen too often.
No, what you wanted to do is you wanted to give me the choice that I wanted.
No, of course not. God, why
No,
would I
no,
do that?
definitely. I think it's definitely, yeah. Um,
But Bell right now is 10th in the regular season standings, which doesn't put him in a great position for the chase, and he's certainly not having the season I kind of expected him to have.
I have Hamlin as my overall champion, and I believe it'll happen. It's going to happen. Denny Hamlin, Cup Series champion, 2026. We're going to skip over the Rookie of the Year and just go to our biggest surprise. Um, Mine was Joey M.F. Logano. He is currently 18th. He has 395 points. He's 16 points back from the cut line. 0 wins, only 2 top 5s, only 5 top 10s, only 3 DNFs, and does have 113 laps led though. So he has 20 laps led off of Ty Gibbs in 4th. Jack, who did you have? Who's your
Ryan
biggest
Preece.
surprise? Yep, there you go.
Sorry, I got lost because I was reading Logano, and that's on a separate page in our thing, and I am shockingly tired. Ryan Preece is 17th in the points. He is just ahead of Joey Logano, which if we did this one race ago, I think I would be looking a lot better and you would be looking a lot worse. Ryan Preece was 15th before this last race. Logano was 20th before this last race.
Yep.
But Preece has been having a fine season. He had a hot start to the year. And in general, Chris Buescher is 7th in the points, but Preece is kind of holding his own for RFK. Certainly doing better than Brad. But
it's time to hang it up, Brad. Leave the football before the football leaves you. Priest is doing good. He's 4 points back from the cut line, so he's still extremely close. And there's still a lot of racing to go until the not playoffs, the chase. Biggest letdown. We only have one. I picked Bush.
Oh,
he has passed away. So rest in peace, Kyle Busch. I'm sorry. Jack, who did you have for biggest letdown?
I had Connor Zilic, and my argument actually was not that Connor Zilic would be especially terrible, but that the expectations were way too high for him. That people thought he'd come in and really be competing right away, and I was like, you know what? No, he's going to be middle of the pack, and that's okay. There's a learning period. Connor Zilic has become a full-time resident of Torture City. He's been let out once to see the sun. He is in 34th with 199 points, 0 wins, 0 top fives, the 1 top 10 in the one race that they let him out. They let him experience joy for once. 7 DNFs is nearly double the next worst driver. I think 4 is the next highest.
Yep.
And generally miserable season for Connor Zilic. Both slow and unlucky. Like even when he's fast, he's unlucky, and sometimes he's slow, and sometimes he's slow and unlucky, and it's just a whole thing. But also, there's hope. He is still Connor Zilic. He's still the guy that had a great season last year and will presumably figure it out at some point.
So why did you jinx my boy? Why would you do that?
Well, I think it would be jinxing him if I picked him to be biggest letdown and then he was good. Or if I picked him to be good and then he was a letdown.
Well, no, because okay, the correct term is, why did you hurt Connor Zilic? Because in my opinion, this is your fault. You were the one who put him as biggest letdown. You could have not put him as biggest letdown.
That's true.
And then he wouldn't have been biggest letdown. But,
You know why I did it? I did it because I thought that he would learn and grow from the experience. I thought that he had it too easy last year, what with losing the championship in heartbreaking fashion, that he needed to really be broken down and made miserable to grow as a driver.
Like he wasn't already miserable from that championship race.
Yeah, no, it was just too. I mean, that was too great. Not winning a championship after the season he had was just impeccable. So yeah, it had to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right then. O'Reilly regular season champion. I had Austin Hill. Or I have Austin Hill. He's currently 5th. He's having a fine season. 2 wins, 6 top 5s, 9 top 10s, 1 DNF. Fine season, but Jack.
I have Justin Allgaier. The argument is basically, Connor Zilic is gone, and Allgaier was the only guy in the same stratosphere as Connor Zilic, and is generally very good, a champion in the series. And Allgaier continues to be really good. He has nearly a 200-point lead over second place Jesse Love. He has 5 wins, 12 top 5s, 15 top 10s, and has led, I believe, the most laps in the series as well. Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's Justin Allgaier. He has.
So I'm feeling okay about this one.
Overall champion, I have Jesse Love.
I had Allgaier. I know that I just said I didn't like picking that for the Cup Series, but here with the chase format, might as well. It's still Justin Allgaier.
I think the real reason why you didn't pick him for the overall champion is because you wanted me to have him. So it could come true.
You keep making these allegations of me being nice, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate you telling me I was being nice to you.
I think that's just what happened, because again, you picked double, and then for the trucks, you also picked double. So I'm just saying, the Cup Series was the only series you didn't pick double dip in for overall champ and regular season champ. I'm just saying, I think it was because I think you were being nice to me, and that's all I'm saying. For Chuck's regular season champion, I picked Lane Riggs. He's first, most points, most wins, 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s, no DNFs, 221 laps led. He's doing great.
Yes, he is. Lane Riggs is an excellent truck driver. I picked Butterbean Queen. I think I was mostly being silly when I did it, considering I typed Butterbean in all caps. But also,
no, I think you were blatant this year. I think you genuinely believe in that man. And well, I do too. So
I do believe in him as a prospect, genuinely. I believed, and I did genuinely think that he is currently 14th in the points. He is the highest Ram driver, the highest Kaulig Ram driver, but he's still 14th in the points. And I think that with the amount of investment that was going into the truck program with Kaulig and Ram, I expected a little better than 0 top 5s, 13 races into the season. Only 4 top 10s for Butterbean, which, is better than any of his Ram teammates, right? But it's still not great. Not great.
First year of a team, though. I mean, we see Cadillac in F1 right now, and they're dog shit. And it's their first year. Ram, it's their first year in the trucks, and they're not doing that bad.
And I think it's easy to forget, because the thing with the trucks is, they are spec engines. They all use the Ilmor engines, which made me think, okay, you know what? It'll be fine. They'll figure it out quickly. I didn't really think about the fact that Kaulig hadn't run a truck team before. That this is an operation that is being built up from scratch. Because when you're changing manufacturers in trucks, but you already like have run in the truck series, like Thor Sport feels like it's gone back and forth. Um, and it's fine because they still have the program set up, they still know what they're doing, and the engines aren't like, it's not like it's a new Ram engine that's giving them trouble. But
Mm-hmm.
new team growing pains are real, unfortunately. I am
And
stupid.
yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't say that. You're smarter than me. That's for damn sure. Trucks overall champ. I have Lane Riggs.
I keep quoting Charles Leclerc saying, I am stupid, and everyone
I
just
am
goes no
stupid.
instead
I
of
am
laughing.
stupid.
Um,
I am stupid.
I also had Butterbean here. We both picked repeats, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're feeling a lot better about Lane Riggs than I am about Butterbean.
This might be the one win I have over you all season. So yes, I do.
I don't know. Maybe it's
And
Denny's year. Maybe it's Denny's year.
oh no, you're right. I want to have 2 wins over you. No, Denny will win the title though. I swear to God. If he doesn't win it this year, I'm gonna cry. Genuinely, I'm gonna. You know those like I'm gonna throw a fit on YouTube. I'm just gonna make a YouTube video just like throwing shit and crying. It's gonna happen
I'm
this year.
here for it. I'm
It's
here
gonna
for
happen
it.
this year. And
Do
then
it.
the pod, I'm gonna come in with like makeup smeared.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Anyway, the reason why I said we're gonna wait on Connor Zilic for Rookie of the Year is because Jack had him biggest letdown. But Connor Zilic is your Rookie of the Year because he's the one and only one.
it can't not be Rookie of the Year. So
He is gonna win
good
Rookie of the
going,
Year as
Connor.
at 34th.
Good going, Connor.
Also, I swear there was 36 full-time drivers in NASCAR.
Uh, there are 35 full-time drivers
Yeah, I
now.
didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yes, there are 36 full-time cars.
Oh, because Hill is not. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Forgot about that.
But yeah, and Cody Ware like barely counts. But
Listen,
yes, for what it's worth, since
he's
you went like that, Connor Zilic would have been 35th had we still had 36 full-time Cup Series point earning drivers.
rest in peace, Kyle Busch.
Yes.
Rest in peace. I said I forgot about that. I didn't forget. It didn't register in my brain. Like I still
Yeah,
thought,
like forgot about that didn't
like
mean forgot that happened, forgot that like the implications it would have on the points. Like I get it.
yeah. I didn't realize. I forgot that they removed Kyle Busch from the standings. I assumed that he was still there, which I knew they got rid of him. I just didn't process it in my head.
No, I
But
get what you mean.
yeah. Also, Cody Ware's only 36 points off of Connor Zilic.
Wow.
Yep. He has 163. Connor Zilic has 199.
That is
Abysmal.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I
But
describe it.
mind you, Connor Zilic does have 5 more DNFs than Cody Ware.
I mean that probably is most of why they're close, if we're being honest.
But, still within 36 points. Still could finish ahead of him in the standings. That'd be really bad. Um, but even like Ross Chastain hasn't been competitive. Like he's 22nd. He's 22nd. He is like 100. No, he's like 36 points off the. Yeah, he's 36 points. 46 points. No.
Yeah,
No, I
46.
was right.
Oh, no,
No, he is
36.
30. No, it
He's
is 36.
36.
He's 36 points off of the 16th.
Yeah,
That's not that far off.
it's doable, but there's a lot of guys in between him and there, and they're all in pretty
Dell,
good form.
Keselowski, Allmendinger, Logano, Priest, Jones, and then Jones is It would be really sad if Joey didn't make it in though.
But actually, talking about guys in good form that are behind in the points, Bowman is now in the quarterfinals in the tournament thing. Um, he beat Ty Gibbs this week, um, to advance to the in-season challenge.
No,
This
he
week our
can't go
matchups
back
are
to back.
this week our matchups are Hamlin Bell, Blaney Byron, Elliott Briscoe, and Gilliland Bowman, just as we all expected.
Hamlin and Bell.
It's funny.
Let's
It's 2 versus 10, 3 versus 11, 4 versus 12, 25 versus 32.
screw it. Screw it. Let's go with our picks. In season tournament, I got Bowman advancing. I have Briscoe advancing. I have Blaney advancing. And I have Hamlin advancing.
I'll do Denny. I'll do. You know what? I'll do Denny. I'll do Byron. I'll do Briscoe, and I'll do Gilliland. Don't ask how that works.
Out of Super Speedway, you're not picking Blaney?
Don't ask how that works. I'm just saying.
You're not picking Blaney at a Super Speedway? Sir? Sir? Sir?
I would
Sir?
I would like it to be known that you had basically the exact same reaction when I said that I wasn't convinced that Tyler Reddick would win. That there would be times where like he could lose to one of them. And that things can happen randomly.
Sir, it's Blaney at a Super Speedway. Sir, it's Blaney at a Super Speedway.
Okay. Well, guess what? Ryan Blaney sucks.
Vote for me for driver of the season. You know your wife, mother, and daughter already have. It's a banger Blaney quote, by the way, dude. That guy's the GOAT. With that stash, come on.
I do love Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney is actually pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Sad that he goes to Penske because that car is not good, but.
It's just that anything but a Toyota right now is not great. Like, even the Hendrick cars are not.
Yeah, the Hendrick cars aren't that good either, dude. Dude, Elliott. Dude, if you're not Elliott driving for Hendricks, if you're not Chase Elliott or Toyota, your car's bad.
Like,
although Blaney does sit third in the points, like he's still holding his own.
Yeah. But, like, Hocevar and Suarez are both above Byron in the points.
Oh. Oh. That is not good for Joe Byron or William Byron. Dude,
Joe
I saw
Byron.
Dude, I saw an edit. It was like Byron, who's that? Byron, who's that? Byron, and the edit, then the William Byron edit started. That shit was fire.
What are you grateful for this Thanksgiving? Beans, rice, Jesus Christ, and Byron. Who? Byron. Who? Byron.
Dude, it's great, dude. Coney Island's great, dude. Let me take you out to dinner. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Dude. Was that during COVID?
I think that was like. Technically,
right
yes.
after?
I think I was like 21 or something, probably.
Yeah, dog. That peak time, dude. Peak time, dude. That whole like Coney Island shit was amazing. That was on the same like Knicks thing, right?
Well, yeah, that was Side Talk.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the pod. Go Denny Hamlin. Go Tyler Reddick. Go Ryan Blaney. Go Ty Gibbs. Go Chase Elliott. Go Kyle Larson. Go anyway. Before I go through the whole entire grid. That's the pod. Jack, final thoughts.
Go BJ McLeod. Go Catherine Legg. Go Jimmy Johnson. Go Casey May.
Go Kevin Magnuson. Go Cody. Go Connor Zillage. Go Cole Custer. Go Ty Dillon. Go Josh Perry.
That's all I got.
Oh my God, it's lovely. Anyway, that's the pod. Jack, any final thoughts beyond that?
No. Have fun at Lungaard,
right.
though.
I'm going to have so much fun. I can't wait to see my Nitro Motorsports photographer, videographer friend that I made.
Let's go.
And I can't wait to take some A1 pictures. All right. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. We'll be back after Lime Rock / Atlanta. Peace.